Can I get some chicken wings and some camel toe, please? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hooters, the 4-decade-old restaurant chain famous for its chicken wings, beer, and skimpy outfits, has around 420 locations in 29 countries around the world. It has an impressive history, but Hooters has found itself in legal trouble more than once. The franchise, known for its many biases, has been the target of many lawsuits, all for similar reasons. In this video, we look at 8 lawsuits that Hooters doesn't want you to know about, although at this point everyone probably does. Waitresses sue for improper compensation. Last year, a group of Hooters waitresses from a restaurant in Lafayette, Indiana, sued the restaurant for alleged undercompensation. This is a common issue prevalent in many fast food chains. The pay structure for tipped employees does not really benefit the workers. According to the claim, waitresses had been forced to do work other than serving. They were asked to work in the kitchen and wash the dishes while still being paid the minimum wage of $2.13 an hour. It turns out that when the previous manager of the Hooters left, a lot of the kitchen staff also left, causing the restaurant to be understaffed. Either the new management arrived and fired the kitchen staff, or the kitchen staff experienced significant attrition after the departure of the old manager, the suit states. According to Robert Hunt, a wage law expert from Carmel, Indiana, if a tipped employee spends more than 20% of their time doing non-tipped work, the employer can't use the tip credit for them. The waitresses claimed that they performed well in excess of the 20%, even working overtime, but were still underpaid by $5.13 an hour, in clear violation of Fair Labor Standards Act. Hooters declined to comment on the lawsuit and the claims. Hooters sued for weight bias. In 2010, a Hooters in Michigan was sued for allegedly violating a state law that bars discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, age, sex, height, and weight. Cassandra Marie Smith, 20 at the time, filed a complaint where she alleged that when she began working at Hooters in 2008, she weighed 145 pounds. In a performance evaluation for the month, the management advised her to join a gym in order to improve herself and her ability to fit into the extra small-sized uniform. According to her, the official Hooters uniform comes in 3 sizes: extra, extra small, or small. The Hooters servers wear tight tank tops and short shorts. She also claimed that she was advised to sign an agreement that placed her on a 30-day weight probation and was fired when she could not lose weight. The suit claimed that the restaurant created an intensely humiliating, deeply offensive, untenable workplace. She sought compensation for lost wages, damages for emotional stress, as well as punitive damages. Hooters claimed that it doesn't impose a weight requirement on employees. Men sue Hooters over discriminatory hiring practices. The first thing you notice about Hooters is that there are no male servers, and indeed, Hooters is what is called a restaurant, a dining establishment that features scantily clad women and caters to mainly male clientele. In 1997, a group of men applied for jobs at a Chicago Hooters and were unsurprisingly rejected on account of being men. The men then filed 2 lawsuits against the company for gender discrimination, which were combined into a class action lawsuit in Chicago. Hooters settled the lawsuit outside court for $3.75 million. The men each got $19,100 in settlement. Hooters agreed to open up some gender-neutral positions for men, like bartenders and other staff, but not as servers. The Hooters girls, according to the company, are an essential part of its business. Mocking the idea of hiring men as servers, Hooters put on a parody marketing campaign that features a burly man wearing a blonde wig, tiny shorts, and stuffed shirt, with the slogan, "Come on, Washington, get a grip." The restaurant said its hiring practice conformed with the Civil Rights Act because the chain is in the business of providing vicarious sexual recreation, and female sexuality is a bona fide occupational qualification. Sexual harassment sued from the year 2000. In 2000, a former Hooters waitress, Sarah Steinhoff, filed a lawsuit against the restaurant chain claiming that she was the target of unwanted sexual advances, demeaning behavior, and discrimination from managers while she worked at the Hooters in Newport between October 1996 and October 1997. She testified that the managers also tried to force her to go home with them, while one even threatened to tie her up. Other former waitresses also testified, claiming that the managers disciplined waitresses by forcing them to perform in the restaurant's Friday night football bikini contest. For evidence, there was a training manual given to a new waitress that portrayed Hooters as a place where you could forget your boyfriends. The jury unanimously decided that the restaurant should pay $250,000 in punitive damages and $25,000 for emotional distress to Steinhoff. "I just hope this makes a difference," Steinhoff said after the verdict was announced. "I am happy for the women who are not going to be subjected to this type of atmosphere anymore." A $250,000 racial discrimination case. Farron Johnson, an African-American woman, was fired from her Baltimore Hooters job in 2013. The reason? Hooters prohibits African-American Hooters girls from wearing blonde highlights in their hair. According to a lawsuit, at Hooters, everyone is allowed to have highlights in their hair, but the restaurant manager told Johnson that she couldn't work at Hooters with blonde streaks because it didn't look natural on African-Americans. The manager at the time literally said, "You can't have blonde hair because black people don't have blonde hair." Johnson, who had worked at the restaurant for about a year, told NBC affiliate WBAL-TV in Baltimore. After that, Johnson's shifts were slashed, and she received written warnings about her hair. Then she was fired. "I was shocked. I couldn't believe it," she said. Johnson sued the restaurant and was awarded more than $250,000 for lost wages and legal fees by the arbitrator who found that she was fired due to racial discrimination. Arbitrator Edmund D. Cook Jr. wrote that Hooters violated state and federal civil rights laws and that the hair policy was implemented in a discriminatory manner adversely affecting African-American women. Hooters denied that they ever discriminated against Johnson, but then it was not the first time that Hooters had landed itself in hot water over racist and sexist practices. Secret video recording lawsuit. In 2005, several women independently made a grave allegation against Hooters at the end of January. Two women separately filed police reports saying that they believe they were secretly recorded during their interviews at Hooters. A Hooters location scheduled to open in West Covina in April asked women to step into a trailer and change into a Hooters uniform. One woman said that she saw a camera which she believed was turned on while changing her clothes in the trailer. Police obtained a search warrant for the trailer and the house of Hooters general manager at the time, Juan Aponte. Forensic experts recovered the videos on the computer in the trailer. They found 180 videos that showed the job applicants undressing. People here were shocked, said Detective Lieutenant Mark Detter. "None of us suspected we would find that many videos, and we are dealing with victims who were shocked and feel betrayed." After a story appeared in a local paper, other women also filed reports. Another man sues for discrimination. The 90s lawsuit by men against Hooters for gender discrimination wasn't the last one for the fast food chain. In 2015 in Texas, Nikolai Grushevsky filed a complaint against Hooters of America for refusing to hire men as servers. He alleged that the Corpus Christi franchise wouldn't hire him as a waiter because the position was limited to females by an employer who merely wishes to exploit female sexuality as a marketing tool to attract customers and ensure profitability. Grushevsky was suing on behalf of all males across the country who applied for the position of waiter at a Hooters restaurant and were denied, and suggested all Hooters franchises be certified as defendants. However, the settlement applied only to the Corpus Christi franchise. The matter was settled out of court in an undisclosed settlement. The Toyota lawsuit. In 2001, a Panama City Beach Hooters in Florida pulled a really mean prank on one of its waitresses. The location launched a contest to see which waitress could sell the most beer in April in Panama City Beach. The winner was promised a new Toyota. All the top-selling waitresses from each Hooters restaurant in the area were entered into a drawing. It was won by Jody Berry, 26, who believed she would be the proud owner of a new car. She was blindfolded and led to a restaurant restaurant parking lot, but when her blindfold was removed, she found that she had won not a Toyota, but a Toyota doll, the tiny green character from Star Wars. Yeah, that actually happened. Inside, the manager was laughing, said Barry. A corporation can't lead their employees on like that. Barry said, it's not good business ethics. They can't do that to people. Barry quit the restaurant a week later and sued them for breach of contract and fraudulent misrepresentation. The manager, Jared Blair, claimed that the contest was an April Fool's joke. Well, the joke was on him, as Barry eventually settled for an undisclosed amount, which was more than enough for her to buy any new Toyota she wanted. So many outdated practices still in place. Did they make you cringe too? What is your opinion about Hooters? Tell us in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, like and share it. Also, subscribe to our channel for more.